Hey everybody, Drew here from Pella Cars. Super excited to bring you guys this gorgeous 2010 Hyundai Elantra all the way up from southern Pennsylvania. It had one owner who took great care of it and only put 54,347 miles on it. It does have some imperfections, which I'm going to point out in this video, but before we dive in, I want to tell you about the big one, and that's a really common issue on these Elantras, which are amazing cars, by the way. We'll get into that a little bit more too, but a very common issue on these is the door lock, the electric door locks. Become weak and they could act erratically or lock you out, and these have been disabled. If you want to dive more into that, feel free to give me a call and we could talk about it at length. They can be turned back on and they absolutely can be fixed, but combined with the cosmetic flaws and the age of the car, we just thought that it would make sense to offer it the way it is at a discount. So now we'll get to those cosmetic flaws. Up front, it's in great shape. It does have some light stone chips. You can see the little light colored dots. Those are stone chips, and that's a decent sized stone chip there. Little bit of scuffing in the front bumper and some haziness to this side headlight. Looks almost like there's a little bit of condensation in there, which will come and go. The heat from the headlight will dry it, and then it'll sit overnight and it'll come again. Very minor. Just some light scuffs there coming along. Oh, these tires, by the way, these are they've got almost all their tread, at least 95%, 95, 97%. They've still even got the little fuzzy things from the mold that you could pick off, and they're good tires. I believe Goodyear makes this brand, and we've had a number of cars with these come in, and they do great in the snow, which is right around the corner. Brakes are perfect as well. This mirror, the paint's fading on it pretty badly. Same thing with the door handles. And by the way, cars are made out of steel. Some cars have aluminum hoods and things like that. I don't believe this one does. But then they have polyurethane bumpers and then various types of plastic, and it's hard plastic that make door handles and mirrors, and it's the hard plastic that fades the worst. So you'll notice the bumpers and the body look pretty good, but the mirrors and the door handles are faded. Keep in mind, where this car's from is substantially sunnier than where we live here in Rochester, and they get 14 to 20 inches of snow, depending on what exact town you're in down there, versus our like 120 inches here. So the car's been exposed to a lot less snow and a lot more sun, and I'll show you underneath the upside to that, because of course faded body panels are the downside, right? So there is a door ding here. I'm going to try to show you that in the reflection of my hand. It's pretty minor, but it's there. And then there's one here that's a little bit sharper, and hello, by the way, there I am. Right there, you can see it. So coming along the back, the purpose of these videos, by the way, is, you get these pictures, you get like this angle, and then you get this angle, but what you don't see is stuff like that, and that's why we do the videos. It's very hard to notice, but what happens is this is designed to be flexible, and if they back into something, the paint here is not flexible, and it just gets little hairline cracks in the paint, but don't worry, it can't rust, because, again, that's that polyurethane. Back bumper's in great shape with just that scuff there, little scuffing here, and then looks like a spot. That should wash off. There is this bird poop spot where unfortunately the bird poop sat so long it took the paint with it. It's unfortunate, but it's a little too late now to do anything about it. Underneath, again, is just absolutely remarkable. I mean, that's a 2000. This car would have looked like this. It's a 2010. It would have looked like this by the end of 2012, probably, or maybe even 2011. That is the result of a lot better weather than Rochester has. It's amazing what 6 or 7 hours in a car can do for you. But anyways, coming along the side here, there's not much drama to speak of, again, other than those faded door handles. And, the paint it doesn't shine like new. Like if you spray the car with water, it really pops. The metallic jumps out at you, but being that we're in the shade here and, you can see it's freshly washed, you can see it's just not as shiny as a brand new car, but it looks really, really good for a 2010. Up on the roof, there's just some tree stains that didn't wash off on a first attempt. Maybe we'll take another swing at that, but no promises they'll come out. Inside, so I have a very, very keen sense of smell, a very sensitive nose, and I don't smell anything at all that indicates this car was smoked in. And again, I'm not a smoker and very, very sensitive. It's just, it smells like a car that was always had its windows closed, wasn't smoked or wasn't eaten in. Yet there's a burn mark here and there is a burn mark here. And the only thing I could think of, and I'll tread lightly on film, is that perhaps it was something else that was burning that wasn't cigarettes, because there's just not an odor in this car, which, again, with a sensitive nose, I say that, but by all means, come and smell for yourself. It also, you could tell just, I mean, when you look like in between the seats and the center console, there's not like food in there. It's just, I don't even think they ate in this car. But it does have those flaws. It does have a little spot on the seat that's starting to rub through there and there. Headliner is in perfect shape. That would not look anything like that if this car was smoked in. Maybe given the person the benefit of the doubt, I mean, it was a one-owner car. Maybe they, you know, smoked and they quit a month after they bought the car. I have no idea, but it does not smell like smoke. And again, you're welcome to come smell it for yourself. Even the floor mats are in wonderful shape on this car. There's another burn spot there, by the way. And underneath the floor mats, perfect. Again, power locks are disabled. We could talk about that on the phone. Just give me a call if you'd like. Power windows, of course, work fine. This is a big thing with these Hyundais as well. The chrome coating peels off these door handles. I'm working on something for that, but there's a good chance it's coming to you with the whitish yellow handle. This side of the interior, that looks like they had something. I've seen that before. That could have been that laundry additive like OxyClean or something. Because it almost looks like a bleach stain, but it's definitely not, because it's not a puddle. It looks like it was like some kind of powder form of bleach, and again, that OxyClean stuff can do that. The back on this side, excellent carpet. There's that one spot. There's that spot. Again, that spot. But just an absolutely wonderful car. Try to get you another shot of the undercarriage so you can see the front frame. Just absolutely wonderful condition. It drives wonderfully. So again, as a lifelong Toyota fan, I'm personally and professionally very impressed with these Elantras. They held up really well. You see them all the time with, 250, 300,000 miles on them. They're mechanically very simple, which is a good thing, which means they're, easy and inexpensive to keep on the road. And they drive delightfully. I mean, Hyundai, since this era, they've gone to, sporty, which, that's, we get into like a little bit of review content here. Sporty in a car that has 120, 130 horsepower is just silly. I mean, taking corners really fast in a car that spends most of its time commuting, it's not a benefit as much as a smooth ride, and this car has a particularly smooth ride. And again, pretty much everybody's gotten away from that. Economy cars tend to ride like sports cars now, but without the power to make it fun, if that makes sense, where this 2010 model, very, very smooth. You can tell they were aiming for like a Camry or a Buick, or, like just an older American feel. It's got just a heavy, smooth, solid feel to it. We're already going 60 miles per hour. I'm not sure if you were watching the tack, but just no drama to get up to speed. Nice and smooth, nice and quiet. I'm going to take my hand off the wheel and jam the brakes for you, and I'll straighten up a little bit, but there you go. As you see, no shakes, no shimmies, no pulls. Just a wonderful, quiet car. So again, lifetime Toyota Honda fan, this is decidedly smoother and more comfortable than a Civic. It's very comparable to a Corolla. There's things about it that are inferior, like, the door handles and the power locks, but of course there's things that are, superior, like the quality of the carpets, and there's like no rattles or from any of the plastic panels in here. Just a wonderful, wonderful car. So anyways, I'm Drew. I would love to meet you in person. If you'd like to set up a test drive, you could call me directly at 585-771-0111. You can buy this car online, and you can have it shipped anywhere. Of course, it gets a little expensive if it's not in the lower 48 states, but we can do it. We could send it across the world if you'd like. So if you'd like to do that, you could reach out again, 585-771-0111, or through the website www.pellacars.com. And hey, if this video was just entertaining, or you enjoyed it and it was helpful for your car shopping, not related to this specific model, we would appreciate a thumbs up if you liked it. Of course, no pressure if you didn't. And if you want to see more videos like this, you could go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Again, I'm Drew for Pella Cars. Really appreciate your time. Thank you. Take care. Bye.